Okay, in this session, we will see how to add dead load and live load. Okay, so first thing is we will define the dead load. So in the menu bar, go to define. I'll click on define. So in that, I'll go to load patterns. Okay, here maybe this instead of DL, there will maybe it will be written as dead load because I had done worked on the previous models, so this still it is no. It's the reason it is showing this as DL here. If it is dead, you can change it as dead, and if it is DL, or if you want, if that maybe this LL may be in your system, it may appear as live. Okay, I have changed it to LL. How to change it? So go to DL. You can, instead of, if you don't want DL, you can write it as dead, and you can press on the modify load. Okay, it gets changed. Okay, the type should be dead here. I'll want let it be DL only because when we do manual calculations, we take usually dead load as a short form as DL. So I will click the modify load. So similarly, live load, the type should be live. Okay, self weight for the dead load, the multiplier should be 1 so that it will take the self weight. So you no need to assign the self weight of the sections. Okay, if it is 1 by itself, it will take it. So live load, that plus self weight multiplier, let it be 0. Okay, so okay. Then you go to assign shell loads uniform. Shell loads uniform. Okay, first we will apply floor loads. Okay, floor loads or the slab loads. So that is called as shell loads. Okay, frame loads means that which you are going to apply for beams and columns. So shell loads will be that which you apply for the slabs. Okay, so I have to select where I'm going to apply. So first what I'll do is I'll go to the plinth. I'll go to the plinth. Okay, I'll select the plan plinth, but plinth there is no slabs here. If you know, I mean, you know that in plinth there will not be any slabs. Okay, maybe on the plinth beam there may be a walls coming up. Okay, so if it is a parking area, then there is no need to add any floor load or a wall load because it will be open here. But if you see our plan, if you see our AutoCAD drawing, so that will be no shops will be coming even in the ground floor also. There is no parking. So what we have to add is we have to, the walls will be coming up on the plinth beam. So you have to add the wall load. So that we will see it little later. So right now we will add the slab load. So in the plinth there is no slab. So there is no load we are going to add. So I'll go to the first floor now. I'll go to the first floor plan. I'll go to first floor. Okay. So there is a slab here. So I will add the uh, dead load and live load. Okay, first what I'll do is I will select entire thing like by window selection. Okay, so this selects even the frames and the slabs, but no worries because since I'm applying the load as a shell load, so even though if it's selected, frames are selected, the loads will not be applied to the frames, that is to the beams or the columns, only to the slabs it will be applied. So no worries if you select, if you go to the, if you select everything, or if you select through window selection. Okay, okay. Here there is an option called DL. See, the self weight of the slab will be, by automatically it will be applied. So ETABS is smart enough to apply the dead load. But the floor finishes that is due to the screed or that is due to the ceiling plaster or the tiles that will be coming up on the slabs. So that you should add. So what I'll do is maybe a floor finishes I will add around 1.3. Okay, I'll add around 1.3, so that includes the ceiling plaster, tiles, or the screen. So that is sufficient. So what I'll do is I'll click on apply. Okay, so now 1.3 is applied to the slab. Okay, now I'll apply the live load. Okay, live load. So live load. See, if you go to IS 875 part 2, if it is a shop, okay, or a commercial building, the live load what we apply is 4. If it's a residential building, then it may be 3, or you can take little lesser than that for economical design. But generally for a commercial building or for a shop, we take 4 as a live load. So this is a separate load. So select live load LL here. So what I'll do is I'll apply. Okay, so okay, the no objects were selected. So it got. I'll just see what the dead load got replaced. Okay, so I should select it. So DL, I have selected dead load. So let it that be 1.3. Apply. Okay. Now I'll go to live load LL. So you should select. Okay, don't forget to select. I'll select everything. Press 4. Apply. Okay. Now the live load has been applied separately. Okay. So this is the first floor. So if you see the AutoCAD drawing, to see the AutoCAD drawing. So from, there will be from the second floor to the roof, there will be office coming up, right? From second floor to the roof, there will be office coming up. So rest all rooms will be the shop. So from second, third, and up to the roof, there will be office coming up. I don't think so. Like you require from the second floor, particularly to this room, a 4 kilonewton per meter square, because will be an office. So what I'll do is I'll go to second floor. I'll go to second floor. Okay, second floor. And using edit stories and grid system, this option, okay. So what I'll do is I'll give second as a master story, okay. And first and plinth is not similar to second, but we have second, third similar to second, 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 and roof is not similar to second. So I'll click on OK. So whatever the load you apply on the second floor, that will be applied to the third, fourth, fifth, and fifth floor, not to the roof, not the plinth, because we have selected similar stories for only those 3 floors. Okay, don't forget to select similar story here, or else it will not be, changes will not be applied to the similar stories. So select similar stories here. So now we are in second floor. Okay, now we are in second floor. Uh, so these loads, since I had worked on the project, so that's why these loads are there. So assign shell loads uniform. Okay, so dead load, I'll give it as 1.3. Okay, so replace existing source. If in case if you applied load before, okay, if you want to change it, okay, then you can use this replace existing load. Or if you want to add, for example, if you want to add more than 1.5, no, 0.5 kilonewton more, then you can add this. You can take up, go to this option where it will add to the existing load. Now I will replace, because I had added some load before when I worked with this project, so I'll just replace it. So dead load, I'll take it as 1.3. Apply. Okay, I forgot to select. Okay, so I'll select and apply. Okay, live load, I'll take 4. I will select. Okay, apply. So whatever the load was applied before, that will be replaced now. Okay, so these two, so where this office will be coming up, so this one and this one, I'll select this, this part I'll select, and I will change the line load to 2.5. Why? Because 4 is not, 4 is more, load there, because there will be office. It is not a shop, so there is no storage or something. So 2.5 is sufficient for the office. If you refer IS 875, so I will just take it as 2.5, and I will replace the existing load. So I'll give it as apply. So if you see the third floor, the similar load will be applied. Third, fourth, fifth, but not on the roof. Okay, the roof, if you can see it here, I have selected the plan view of roof. This 1.5, that's because I have applied, I told you I worked on this project before. That's the reason you can see that. Okay, but what I'll do is now I will change it. Don't worry. In your case, the load will not appear here because you're not worked on the project. So I'll go to dead load. So dead load. So what I'll do is 1.3 is what we used to add. So there will be on the roof, there will be waterproofing, that will be coming up on the roof. So that will add additional load in the dead load, so I can take it as around 0.5. So 1.3 is what is our floor finish plus this waterproofing on the roof, that may come around 1.8. So okay, so I'll select everything. So this is a dead load. Okay, dead load, I will replace it. Okay, so now on the roof, the dead load is 1.8 everywhere. And live load, I'll go to live load, I will select everything. Okay, so live load is wait, okay, live load is not like 4 or 3 will be coming up, because even there is an access to the roof, the live load will be very less as per the seismic. If you consider the seismic mass generation, then you should not take any live load, but we will take very less, that is around 1.5 kilonewton per meter square on the roof, not 4 or 3, because on the roof the live load that will be coming in reality is also less. Okay, even though if you have access to the roof, so I will take it as, generally we take it as 1.5. So I'll click on apply. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm just selecting everything. Even the landing slab is also got selected there. That we will look into it later. So after the roof, we have the top is lift machine room. Roof is there. Okay. So what I'll do is similarly how I applied assign shell loads uniform. Okay. Here I'll apply dead load. Okay. So dead load is, that's what I told, including the waterproofing. It will may come at 18.8, that is including pour finish and waterproofing. So I'll click on apply. Okay, then I'll go to, okay, before going to the live load, see, this is a lift machine room and this is a water tank. Okay, so lift machine room, due to the lift car, due to that machinery, the load is going to be increased here, right? There will be more load that will be coming in this part, because the lift car will be suspended, uh, suspended there. So there will be more load coming at this portion. So if you refer the, manufacturing, the lift car manufacturing catalog, you can see the, you can get the value of a dead load there. But I think on a safer side, I will take only this part. I can take a dead load of the lift car as 4 kilonewton. Okay, 4 kilonewton per meter square. So what I'll do is I'll add to the existing load. I'll not replace it, because 1.8 is already uh, that is due to the floor finish and the waterproofing. So I will add 4 kilonewton, add to the for that existing load, so that is the load that is coming from the lift car. Now click on apply. Okay, now you can see 5.8 is the total load here, and this portion is fine. Okay, but this is a water tank for us. So I suggest you, or I recommend that you put the water weight as a dead load instead of live load. Okay, so how to calculate the weight of water? Okay, so you should know what is the capacity of the tank you are going to design. Okay, so if I am designing a tank here of 8,000 liters, I'm designing a tank of 8,000 liters. Okay, that is nothing but 8 meter cube. That is nothing but 8 meter cube. So first I'll get the height of it. So what is the height required for the tank? Okay, by knowing these two dimensions, I know the volume, and if I get the area, I'll come to know the height, right? So what I'll do is I'll just see what is this dimension of the tank. I'll just check the dimension of the tank. So it is around 5.485, 2.27. Okay, 5.485 and 2.27. 5.485 and 2.27. So I'll go to calculator. So 5.485 into 2.27, that comes around 12.45. Okay, so 12.45. So 8 meter cube is our capacity. So 8 divided by 12.45. So that comes around 0.64. Okay, 0.64. So what I'll do is I'll take it as 0.7, because we have to calculate the inner distance, the clear distance. So approximately, I'll just take it as 0.7 height. Okay, so height required is 0.7. Okay, I know the density of water now. So what I'll do is, if I want the load in kilonewton per meter square, I know that the water density is 10 kilonewton per meter cube. So if I multiply with the height, so 10 into 0.7, that comes as 7. So what I'll do is, to this portion, I will add, so whatever the load was there, 7 I will add, that is the load that is coming due to the water present in the water tank. Okay, I'll apply the load. Okay, so now you can see it is total is 8.8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so the floor load will be applied in as an area load. Okay, the shell load or a slab is an area element where we apply the load in kilonewton per meter square. Okay, now I'll go to the live load. Okay, so live load, I will just select everything. So generally for the roof, we'll just apply 1.5. Okay, I'll just select replace existing load, because if there is any load applied before, that will get replaced. So 1.5. But again, since this is a lift car here, the people will be moving in the lift. Okay, so what I'll do is, to be in a safer side, I will add 3 kilonewton per meter square as a people load. Okay, so that I will add to the existing load. Okay, so 3 kilonewton more I am adding to this portion, because the people weight, okay, of those who are moving in the lift, that will be applied to this slab, because the lift car will be suspended from this slab. Okay, I'll just apply. So I given add to existing load. So this has become 4.5. This is 1.5, and the water tank, the water weight I have taken as a dead load. So 1.5 live load is fine here. Okay, so this is how you apply the floor loads. Okay, so if I just come down there, you can see the different types of loads what we have applied. The thing is, like, we have not applied the load for the staircase. Okay, for the landing beam, it is applied there. You can see it on the plan. But since the staircase slab is inclined there, so the load is not applied to the staircase. So what I'll do is, I'll select only the staircase slab now. That is, select properties, slab section. So staircase, yes, for staircase. This we have assigned is for the staircase, this particular slab, this property. So I'll just select close. So that is selected now. What I'll do is, I'll right click and I will press on this, that is show selected object only. And I'll go to 3D. Okay, now you can see only the staircase. Okay, you can see only the staircase. Okay, so you can see some loads here. This is not because when I applied load just now, that has got applied to this also. This I have worked, I told you that I worked on this project before. That's the reason you can see the existing loads. Okay, so what I'll do is, for your case, when you're working on for the first time, you can't see any load on the staircase. Okay, you can't see any load because that will be 0. Okay, yeah, so what I'll do is, first the dead loads, I can select the entire thing, and I'll go to assign, same, sorry, shell load, uniform. So I'll apply dead load. So dead load of 1.3 is sufficient, because that includes the floor finish. Okay. Mm, Self-light is in any way applied, by default from the ETABS. So floor finish is what we are additionally applying. So I'll go to replace to existing load. So whatever load was there, that will get replaced. Okay. Now, the thing is, this inclined portion of the waste slab, this has got steps, right? So this portion has got the steps. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll change the view a little bit. Okay, so this particular portion, okay, this waste slab, this has got steps, so additional load will be coming due to the steps. So that if you calculate, I think it come around roughly around 1. I'll take it as around 1, so that I'll add to existing load, not to the landing slab, only to the where there will be steps will be coming up. So apply, so only this portion it is 2.3 now. Okay, so live load, what I'll do is for the full portion, I will take it as 3. I will replace the existing load. So this is a live load. So I think 3 kilonewton per meter square is enough for the circulation. So I'll just apply. Okay, fine. Now I'll just click on show all objects. Okay, so the load is applied. The dead load and live load is applied. So what we have applied is only the shell load or the slab loads. So wall load is pending. That we will see in the next session. Okay, so in today's session, what we have discussed is how to define dead load and live load, or how to assign the floor loads or the shell loads to our model. Okay, thank you.